Let your body settle. Let the weight of the day release. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, nothing to solve or to hold. There is only this moment, this quiet, this darkness, and the journey we are about to take. Your breathing slows. Your mind, once a river of thoughts, begins to calm, to widen, to become a still, deep lake. You are floating, a gentle, weightless drift in an ocean of quiet. It is dark here, but it is not an empty dark. It is a darkness full of potential, a soft velvet canvas waiting for the first touch of light. Tonight, we are not just stargazing. We are not looking up at the lights. We are drifting to them. We are traveling to the very places where light begins, to the cradles of the cosmos, the silent, swirling, beautiful clouds where stars are born. Let your mind drift. Let it float away from the room you are in, away from the small sounds of your world. Let it expand, out past the moon, a silent silver ornament, past the familiar planets spinning in their ancient, lonely orbits, past the edge of our solar system, where the sun is just a bright star and the cold of interstellar space begins. We are drifting, and in the distance, far ahead, you see it. It is not a star. It is not a point of light. It is a smudge, a stain of color on the black canvas, a faint ethereal whisper of rose and emerald, so delicate you are not sure if you are seeing it or dreaming it. It is a nebula, a cloud, but a cloud unlike any on Earth. This is a cloud of dust and gas, a cloud that spans light years, a cloud so vast that our entire solar system would be lost within it, a single grain of sand in a boundless desert. These are the great celestial nurseries, and we are drifting closer. As we approach, the colors become richer. You see the dominant glow is a deep, warm red. This is the signature of hydrogen, the most simple, most ancient element in the universe. It is the fuel of stars, and here it exists in clouds so diffuse you could pass your hand through them and feel nothing. Yet these clouds hold more matter than 1,000,000 suns. The universe, in its great wisdom, builds its most massive creations from the most delicate of materials. You see other colors too, a hint of turquoise, a whisper of blue-green. This is oxygen, forged in the hearts of stars that lived and died long ago. Now this oxygen floats free, waiting to be gathered, waiting to become part of a new star, a new planet, perhaps even water on a world yet to be born. These clouds are not static, they are alive. Not with a fast life like ours, but with a slow, patient, glacial life. They are in a constant, gentle battle with themselves. There is pressure, the warmth of a few new stars, the echo of ancient starlight, all gently pushes the cloud apart. It wants to expand, to dissolve into the void. And then there is gravity. Gravity, the silent architect, the most patient force in the cosmos. It does not rush, it does not shout. It whispers, and its whisper, over millions and hundreds of millions of years, is relentless. Gravity pulls. It gently tugs on every single atom of hydrogen, every particle of dust. It asks them, come together, closer, closer. It is a call so quiet, it takes an eternity to be answered, but it is always answered. In this great, slow dance, regions of the cloud begin to condense. They become denser, thicker. The cloud fragments. It breaks into great pillars, sweeping arcs, and dark, twisting filaments. A landscape sculpted not by water or wind, but by gravity's invisible hand. Let us drift toward the most famous of these nurseries, a place we can see from Earth as a faint smudge in a hunter's sword. We are moving toward the Great Orion Nebula. Even from light years away, it is luminous, a vast glowing cavern in space. As we get closer, you see it is not one single cloud, but a complex tapestry. It is a city of gas. We are drifting past the outer veil now. The gas is thin here, like a cosmic fog. The light from stars far beyond filters through it, painting it with a soft, ambient glow. It is peaceful, but we are moving deeper toward the heart. The colors intensify. The red of hydrogen is now a vibrant, swirling ocean. The blue-green of oxygen is a bright mist. And we begin to feel a pressure, a warmth. We are approaching the center. And here, the peace is shattered. Or rather, here the true source of the peace is revealed. For at the heart of the Orion Nebula lies a cluster of brilliant, young, ferocious stars. They are known as the trapezium. 4, 5, 6 massive blue-white stars. They are infants, perhaps only 1 million or 2 million years old, but they are giants, burning with a fury that is hard to comprehend. This is the central engine of the nursery, and this is where we feel the great contrast. The reality of this place is violent. These stars are unleashing a torrent of radiation, a stellar wind, not a gentle breeze, but a searing blast moving at thousands of kilometers per second. It is a force so powerful, it is sandblasting the nursery from the inside out. It is carving a great hollow bowl in the gas cloud that birthed it. It is a chaotic, destructive, lethal environment. If our planet were here, it would be sterilized in an instant. This is the reality. But in the gentle rhythm of our sleep, in the slow drift of our journey, we can see it for what it truly is. We can see the beauty in this chaos. Let your mind reframe this violence. That stellar wind moving at 1 million miles an hour, when viewed across the distance of light years, is a sculptor's tool. It is not a blast. It is a pressure, a slow, steady cosmic breath. It is pushing the gas, compressing it. The violence of the trapezium stars is the very thing that is helping to trigger the next generation of star birth in the outer regions. The searing radiation is not just destruction, it is illumination. It is the light in Lighthouse. It is the energy that is causing the entire 1,500 light-year-wide cloud to glow, to sing its song of red and green. Without the chaos of the trapezium, Orion would be a dark, cold, invisible cloud. It is the chaos that creates the beauty, the violence that creates the light. So let your mind float in this warm, glowing cavern. The winds of the trapezium are not howling, they are humming, a deep, cosmic bass note that holds the entire symphony together. The light is not searing, it is warm. A great central fireplace warming a room the size of a galaxy. And you are safe, drifting, watching. Now, let us look closer into the mist. Around the bright central stars, we see shadows, dark smudges, tiny tadpole-like shapes, all with their tails pointing away from the trapezium. What are these? As we drift closer to one, we see it. It is a tiny, dark, swirling disk. A disk of dust and gas, no bigger than our own solar system. And at its very center, a pinprick of glowing infrared light, a new star, a protostar, an embryo. This tiny dark disk is a protoplanetary disk. It is the birthplace of planets. The reason these shapes look like tadpoles is because the fierce wind of the trapezium is evaporating them. It is stripping them of their gas, boiling away their potential. Here, again, we feel that tension, the chaos and the calm, the creation and the destruction, all happening in the same moment. This tiny embryonic solar system is in a race against time. Can it form its planets? Can its gas giants grow large enough before the great wind from the central stars blows its cradle away? Some will win this race, some will lose, and some will be born with just enough to become small rocky worlds. This is not a story of sadness. It is a story of process. The universe is not wasteful, and it is not sentimental. It simply is. And in its being, it creates. We see hundreds of these disks in Orion, 1,000 cradles, 1,000 chances for new worlds. Some will be gas giants, hot and close. Some will be ice worlds, far and cold. And some, perhaps, somewhere in that glowing mist, a tiny blue-green world, in just the right place, receiving just the right light, a seed of potential. Let us leave the warm cavern of Orion. Let your mind pull back. Watch the great glowing city of gas recede. The trapezium's light fades, blending back into a central glow. The nebula itself shrinks, becoming once more a beautiful painted smudge against the black. We are drifting again, floating in the quiet interstellar dark. The silence feels deeper now, after the hum of Orion. Let your breathing be slow and deep, in and out. You are safe. We are drifting for a long time, across thousands of light years, past wandering stars, past old dying embers, past dark clouds we cannot see. We are on our way to another nursery, a different kind.
This one is not a bright, glowing cavern. From a distance, it is more subtle. We are approaching the Eagle Nebula, a place of structure, of form. As we get closer, we see them, rising from a floor of glowing gas, like the fingers of a cosmic hand, like towers from a forgotten, holy city. The pillars of creation. They are vast. The tallest of these pillars is over 4 light-years high. Imagine that. A tower of cold gas and dust so tall that light itself takes 4 years to cross it. A journey from its base to its tip would be a journey of millennia for any ship. But for us, we can simply be there. We float at their base. They loom above us, dark, dense, and cold. They are silhouetted against a wall of fainter glowing gas, a backdrop lit by other stars far from here. They are majestic, silent, ancient. But again, our perception deceives us. This place of serene, cathedral-like beauty is one of the most violent places we have visited. Look at the tips of the pillars. They look like mist, like steam or smoke. Rippling, unfurling. This is the chaos. The pillars are being destroyed. They are being evaporated, the same process we saw in Orion, but on a scale that is almost unimaginable. A cluster of massive, young, hot stars just above the pillars, out of our view, is unleashing a flood of ultraviolet radiation, a hurricane of stellar winds, and these great, majestic towers are dissolving like sandcastles in a cosmic tide. The process is called photoevaporation, a gentle name for a truly powerful force. But let us use our new understanding. Let us see the beauty in this destruction. This is not an end, it is a revealing. Because inside these dense, dark pillars, gravity has been working. For millions of years, in the cold, dark, protective heart of these towers, gravity has been pulling matter together. It has been building stars. And now, as the cosmic tide of radiation washes the pillars away, the new stars are being unveiled, like statues hidden within the marble. The sculptor's chisel, the stellar wind, is chipping away the excess, revealing the art inside. At the very tips of the pillars and on the fingers that point off the main structures, we see tiny, dense knots. They are called eggs, evaporating gaseous globules, a playful name for a profound thing. Each of those eggs is a cocoon, and inside most of them is an embryonic star, a star that is being born at the very same moment its cradle is being destroyed. Creation and destruction, not as enemies, but as partners, a perfect, balanced cosmic dance. The light from the hot stars is the destroyer that carves the pillars, and in doing so, it compresses the gas at the tips, triggering new starbirth. The universe is a closed loop. Everything is recycled. Everything has a purpose. Even its most violent acts are in truth acts of creation. So let your mind float among these great, dissolving towers. Feel the deep, slow rhythm of this place. A star is born. The pillar recedes. A pulse of light. The gas shifts. It is a process unfolding over 100,000 years, but we can feel it in the stillness as a gentle cosmic pulse. Breathe in the stillness. Breathe out the chaos.
Breathe in the potential. Breathe out the release. It is all one and the same. Let us leave the beautiful, majestic, evaporating eagle. We pull back and we watch the towers shrink, the fingers, the hands, folding back into the darkness. They fade, and we are alone in the deep. Where do we go now? We have seen the bright, the warm, the chaotic. We have seen the majestic, the structural. Let us go to the true beginning. Let us go to the dark. We are drifting into a new region of space. It feels different here. It feels empty. We look ahead and we see nothing. A patch of sky that is profoundly black. A hole in the field of stars. It is as if someone took a dark cloak and threw it over the cosmos. The background stars are gone. This is a place called Barnard 68. It is a dark nebula, a Bach globule. The early astronomers called these holes in the sky. They believed, for a time, that they were truly empty, windows into an endless, starless void beyond our galaxy. They were wrong. They were, in fact, its opposite. This hole is not empty. It is the fullest place we have been. It is a cloud, a small, dense, cold cloud. So dense, so thick with dust and molecular gas that it completely, totally blocks the light of the stars behind it. It is a shadow, a celestial curtain. And it is cold, just a few degrees above absolute zero. A cold so profound that molecules, hydrogen, helium, barely move. They are sleepy, drifting, waiting. In Orion, in the Eagle, the chaos of hot stars was the engine. Here, there is no engine. There is no light. There is no warmth. And so the balance is broken. The gentle push of pressure is gone, and there is only gravity. In this cold, quiet, profound dark, gravity, the patient, silent architect, is the undisputed king. It is winning. This cloud, Barnard 68, is collapsing. Slowly, from the inside out, it is falling in on itself, a process that will take another 100,000 years. But it has already begun. The edges are crisp, a sign that the collapse is underway. This is the very first step. Before the light, before the chaos, before the pillars and the caverns, there is this: the cold, the dark, and the patient, relentless inward pull.
In the center of this dark, cold, collapsing cloud, the gas is packing together, tighter and tighter. And as it packs, it begins to warm just a little. The first faint spark of friction, a protostar, is being born in total, complete silence and darkness. a star that will one day, perhaps, ignite and create its own light, its own chaos, and begin the cycle anew. So let your mind rest in this darkness. It is not a scary dark. It is not an empty dark. It is a full dark, a pregnant dark. It is the darkness of a seed buried in the soil, the darkness of a womb, the darkness of potential. The quiet, the stillness, the absolute profound peace before the dawn. Feel the cold, feel the silence, feel the slow, inevitable inward fall. This is the true beginning. This is the sleep that all stars must have before they wake. And now we drift from this peaceful, dark place. We pull back, and the hole in the sky is replaced by the stars it was hiding. The canvas is full again, full of 1,000,000 points of light. We have seen the bright, the structured, the dark. Where to now? Let us make one final stop. Let us visit a place that combines all of it: the chaos, the calm, the light, the dark, in one spectacular, overwhelming tapestry. We are on a long journey to the southern sky, to a place so vast it is not one nebula, but a complex of them. We are drifting toward the Carina Nebula. This is a war zone. This is a masterpiece. This is a galaxy in miniature. As we approach, we cannot even see the edges. The entire sky is a swirl of color: deep reds, vibrant golds, smoky dark blues. It is a painting, an abstract painting by a cosmic artist. The Carina Nebula is immense, over 200 light-years across, and it is home to some of the most massive, most unstable, most dangerous stars in our entire galaxy. We drift into a region that looks like a range of mountains, but they are not rock. They are gas. A vast rolling landscape of dust and hydrogen. This is the Mystic Mountain. It is 3 light-years high, and it is being shredded. Jets of gas from newborn stars inside the mountain are shooting out like geysers, blasting away the very cloud that is forming them. The mountain is dissolving, but in its dissolution, it is beautiful. The light from nearby stars hits the gas, creating a fog, a haze of gold and blue that looks like a sunrise over a landscape that has never known a sun. We are drifting, but we are being pulled toward a point of intense power. There is a star here, a star so bright, so powerful, it almost defies physics. Its name is Eta Carinae. It is not one star, but 2, a binary system, and the primary star is a monster,
We're 100 times the mass of our sun, and it is burning 5 million times brighter. It is a star that is tearing itself apart. It is so massive, so unstable, its own gravity is struggling to hold against the light it is producing. The pressure is winning. Long ago, in the 1840s, from our perspective, it erupted. It didn't go supernova, it hiccuped. And in that one great cosmic spasm, it shed 10 times the mass of our sun into space, creating a nebula within a nebula, a beautiful two-lobed shape that we can see, the Homunculus Nebula. It looks like an hourglass or the wings of a butterfly, expanding slowly. All the while, the star inside continues to burn, a ticking bomb. Eta Carinae will explode one day. It will be a supernova, an explosion so bright it will be visible from Earth in the daytime. It will light up our sky. And in that moment, that single, final, cataclysmic act, it will do something profound. It will create and scatter the heavy elements: iron, nickel, gold, platinum, all the elements that make up worlds like ours. All the iron that flows in your own veins was forged in the heart of a star exactly like this one. Here, in the Carina Nebula, we are looking at the great recycling plant of the galaxy. This is the true pillar of creation. The death, the violent, chaotic, terrifying death of a massive star is the only way the universe can get the ingredients to build you. But let us drift for a while in the quiet. Let us think about what we've seen. Let us go deeper. The script is always the same. Gravity pulls. But how does it start? These clouds, they're so diffuse, so thin. Gravity is weak. It needs a nudge. It needs a trigger. That trigger is often the chaos. A supernova, like the one Eta Carinae will create, explodes. It sends a shockwave rippling through space, a wave of pressure. That shockwave rolls through a nearby, peaceful, stable cloud of gas. It compresses it. It gives gravity a head start. It nudges the atoms
just a little closer together. And suddenly, gravity wakes up. It takes over. The cloud begins to collapse. And 1,000 or 1,000,000 years later, a new cluster of stars is born. The death of one is the nudge that begins the life of another. The cycle, the circle, always the circle. And what of the stars that fail? What of the ones that gravity starts to build but doesn't finish? In Orion, in Carina, in all these places, there is not enough material, or the chaos, the stellar wind, blows the material away before the protostar can get big enough. It collapses, it heats up, it glows a deep, dull mahogany red. It glows in infrared, but it never, ever gets hot enough to ignite nuclear fusion. It never becomes a star.
It is not a star. It is not a planet. It is a brown dwarf, a failed star. A sad name, but is it a failure? Or is it just something else? A warm ember, a wandering orphan, floating in the dark, warmed only by its own slow internal collapse, a perpetual sunset, never to see a dawn. The galaxy is full of these wandering embers, billions, perhaps trillions, more than all the shining, successful stars combined. The universe does not judge. It creates. It creates the brilliant blue giants that live fast and die in fire. And it creates the quiet, dull, wandering brown dwarfs that live almost forever, cooling slowly in the endless night. It is all part of the tapestry, the bright threads and the dark threads. You cannot have one without the other. The tapestry needs both. Let your mind drift with these lonely embers. Feel the profound quiet of their existence. No chaos, no violence, just a slow cooling, a gentle fade to black over trillions of years, a sleep that never ends. And what of us in all this? This grand cosmic story, this song of fire and ice, of chaos and calm. We are here on a small blue planet orbiting a quiet yellow star in a quiet spiral arm of a quiet galaxy. We are the exception. Or are we? Our sun, our star, it was born, just like the stars in Orion. It was born in a nursery, a cloud of gas and dust, 4.5 billion years ago. It was born in a cluster with 1,000 sibling stars, a family. That nursery is gone, dissolved, scattered by the chaos, the winds of other stars, the tidal pull of the galaxy. Our sun's siblings are lost, scattered across the Milky Way. We will never find them. We are alone. But in that cloud that formed our sun, there was the dust of Eta Carinae, the dust of 1,000 other supernovae, the recycled material, the iron, the carbon, the oxygen, the gold. And in the cold darkness of that nebula, before our sun was born, something else was formed. In the dust grains, molecules, complex organic molecules, the building blocks, the prebiotic chemistry, the seeds of life. These seeds were in the disk that formed our planet. They rained down on a young Earth, in comets, in asteroids. They mixed with the water that came from the same cloud, and in a warm, quiet pond struck by the chaos of lightning, something new began: life. We are not separate from the nebulae. We are the nebulae. We are the result. We are the universe looking back at itself. We are the chaos having found the calm. We are stardust that has woken up. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the carbon that makes up your very being was forged in the heart of a dying star, exploded across the galaxy, slept for 1 billion years in a cold, dark cloud, and was gathered up by gravity to become you. You are a walking, breathing, thinking piece of a celestial nursery. You are the legacy of Orion, the heir to Carina. You are as ancient as the cosmos and as new as this breath. So let your mind release. Let it go. We are drifting home. We pull back from the tapestry of Carina. Its fires fade. We drift past the silent shadow of Barnard 68. We glide past the great dissolving towers of the Eagle. We leave the warm, glowing cavern of Orion. The nebulae recede. They become once more faint smudges of paint on a black canvas, whispers of light, promises of worlds yet to come. We are floating in the deep quiet of interstellar space. The great nurseries are behind us, but they are also within us. The galaxy turns slowly. The stars continue their ancient dance. The clouds gather and collapse. Gravity wins. Light is born. The cycle continues. It will always continue, and you are a part of it. You are drifting, floating in a sea of peace. The chaos of the day is gone. There is only this calm, this stillness, this deep connection to the story of the stars. You are safe. You are whole. You are at peace. Sleep now. Sleep deep. And know that you are make of stardust, dreaming of itself. Good night.